Everyone, today I would like to talk to you about really very important issue or thing. I notice it here in the Western country or in the UK especially because I come from the Middle East. And in the Middle East, like Syria, Iraq, Egypt, or even other countries like India, Pakistan, I see the people they are having many problems in their life, like financial problems, and also they might losing very close friend to them, and also family problems, marriage problems, divorce problems, and but when we see we compare the mental illness between the Middle East people and also the people here in the UK or in the Western country, I've seen there is the depression here is really very high compared with the people in the Middle East. So I was thinking about it. It was the reason because I see the people here they are stable and they having the technology and they having the support and they having good environment when they go to the work and the schooling and the NHS, but they still having that deep depression. So I try to compare, okay, because why I'm talking about that, because I would like to share how Sufi healing can help people with depression, because there is very important thing. We need to think about the brain. Okay, let us start with the brain, because in the Middle East, the people they have something called alpha wave in the brain, and alpha wave connect with the soul. If you are connected with yourself and with the divine, your alpha wave will keep working. So now, like for example, now we are talking to each other like that. It is beta wave. I have to think with my accent, which language I would like to talk to transfer my message to you. So this is all beta wave. But when I be alone and connect with the divines and with the family around me, here will activate the alpha wave. Okay. And the thing, when I come to the Western country, everything their IQ is high. They are very smart people. But in the Middle East, the IQ little bit less compared with the EQ, with their emotional intelligence. Their emotion is too high. Sorry, not intelligent. The emotion is too high, controlling the logic. You not see the people dealing with the logic all the time. They dealing with something like, oh, leave it, let us go with the flow. Baraka, we call it. It just, we call it the destiny, the fate, the qadar. If I have problem, oh, this is divine destiny, this is divine qadar, the destiny. He won't like that. Divine, he won't like that. So we surrender in somehow, but the people here, they are interpret everything. They have like a cognitive bias, especially with the people in general. If you notice, now we are here in the Western country. If we look to the people and they have big IQ or great IQ, and the people dealing with logic and do everything analytical. So even they want to explain about spirituality, they are explain it in in logic way to make the people understand what is the spirituality, but still the connection is not there. And the things, very important thing, especially now, if you see people here in Western, sometime you look to yourself, oh, I have a great IQ, I read 1,000 books and I have the knowledge, but when you come to argue with someone, or you want to, when come to the talking to someone, is like let us see, like political argument or any other argument or even spiritual argument, and you want to interpret the situation by using your analytical or logical mind. And what happened here, there is something in our brain, small nut, it's called amygdala. Amygdala, this is a small piece in the brain, and it is when we trigger it, the emotion will increase. So because you think, if you will argue with someone else, and this is the Western have great IQ, with someone have great IQ, let us say, they come together, they want to argue, and both of them, they trigger the amygdala, and their emotion will increase because they said, I have the knowledge, I read all the book, I am the smarter. Okay, they try to process the logic by emotional, by increasing their emotional, and their emotional is covering their logic. It make like a fog, and this fog affecting this area, prefrontal cortex, and this area Here we'll do like a cognitive analysis or analysis or cognitive. We will have like cognitive bias. So, oh, I have the truth. I write 1,000 book. I have the knowledge. I am with this within the square of science. I don't want to. I would like to convince the other guy. And this is like I noticed. This is what happened. Most of the people having great IQ and the smart people, they suffering from depression. I see many people having they are having great money. I have big money and they are CEO of a big company, but still he's suffering from depression. And I see people, very poor people, they have nothing but they're living happy life. Sometimes IQ is working against us because we not to process our emotion, because we feel if we have a great knowledge, meaning we have the right. Okay, if I read 1,000 book about spirituality, meaning I know divine more than you. Here we need to process the emotion. We need the amygdala to be quiet. So we need to quiet the amygdala. That's why when we do in Sufi healing something called remembrance. Remembrance is meaning to remember who you are really. Remembrance, it take you from the ignorance into inner essence. And when do we do remembering by using some mantras like La ilaha illallah or astaghfir. Some mantras we use it with this special sacred. Or if you do meditation itself, and let your emotion process. You can cry, you can express, you can talk to someone, because the only way as IQ people, because if you do study and you look to the study with a great university, you will see most of the smart people, the logic people, they have depression, and they get also, they feel they are, this is not fair. I have the knowledge and this guy, he doesn't know anything, but he feel happy because here his ego controlling the knowledge, and he cannot process that emotion because he always try to hold it this way. So it's very important to stop these cognitive biases and also to process our emotion. You can process by journaling, by writing we said like sacred language and the meaning of that language and writing our emotion behind that, all also by doing remembrance, or you can do a meditation, or you can, very important thing, to talk to someone and forget about your knowledge, forget about your IQ, let your EQ, let your emotion process. And when the processing that, your ego will come down, and that time you can analyze the situation even in your logical way. They're never mind, but the things you cannot do it with your amygdala is always making a fog in this area, and you cannot process your emotion. And I think what happened in the Middle East, I can see the people there, they are easily processing their emotion. They easily go to pray and say, oh God, just help me with this one, and they start feeling this kind of things, and they cry and finish the problem next day. Even they are not logic, even they are not logic, they process it without logic, without having IQ, but still they have this kind of happy feeling within them. This is what we're missing. We need to go out of square shape, square shape, like everything for around us, fire, water, earth, air, also four direction, and also four seasons. And so the mind is everything read for. Everything we hold is our right, but there is something we cannot hold, is above our square, which is called a circle, where the complete self, we need to inspire, we need to have this revelation, we need to activate the alpha wave in our brain. And only by love, loving yourself will open your heart like a flow of water or waterfall. Come and wash everything and empty all the cups, then you can receive that light within you, which activate your alpha brain and also process your emotion. So what to cry sometime, it's okay. So what also to express your feeling to other, even you are a CEO of big company, even you are a guru or a big master in spirituality, so what, try it 1 2 times, you will see how your depression will come down. Because in depression, like autoimmune diseases, the immune system attack itself, attack your tissue. So the same things with the brain. With the depression, the brain or the mind attack itself. So imagine, it's the same. It's, we call it autoimmune diseases as well. Depression is a type of autoimmune disease because the brain attack itself, because there is a gap in the brain never activated. So if you tell the depressed people, I have bad news and good news, he will filter immediately the good news, and he will take only the bad news. Imagine, so we'll cast away the good news and he will take the bad news. If he said, oh, good to see you today, but I'm busy little, oh, then he will come back home, oh, this guy, he doesn't like me, this guy is very bad. So you like wearing a black glass, you see everything around you black. So that's very important, to process your emotion in a proper way, and also to feel you are connected, and to do meditation, we do remembering. And to remembering is to feel we are one with the divine, and also start receiving the love and drop of revelation enter the gap in our brain, then come to soothing our heart. Thank you.